All right. Good evening, everyone. First off, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Vincent Mullen. I'm the recreation supervisor here at the City of Lauderdale Lakes. First and foremost, I want to say thank you for allowing us to provide recreation services to your children this summer. I want to welcome you to the 2020 virtual camp orientation. Thank you for allowing us to recreate your kids this summer in these trying times. I know this is very, very non-traditional, a virtual summer camp, but we feel like the works of our staff, with the dedication and the participation of the parents and kids, that we can put on a very, very, very productive virtual summer program. Throughout this summer, it will be very, very different than what you're used to, but it will be very, very fun and very, very engaging. We will have plenty of activities planned for you all, educational and also recreational. We'll take on virtual field trips throughout the year and also do virtual cultural activities. You all will learn much, much more about what's going on this summer throughout this orientation. Um, like I said, I can't thank you enough for allowing us to, for adapting with us in these trying times during this pandemic. And we just thank you. We overly thank you for registering your kids for our summer program. This is a new venture for all of us as students, as parents, and also as counselors and administrators. And together we're going to make this a very, very successful program. Throughout this orientation, you'll learn what's going on. You'll meet the summer staff who will be instructing your kids. You'll get details about the program, and you'll also have an opportunity to ask any questions that you may have concerning the program. So you'll hear from me throughout this orientation as well as the staff. And I'm going to move right along and introducing the site supervisor for this program, which is Miss Rhonda House.
Hello, my name is Rhonda House. I will be your site supervisor for our virtual summer camp for the 2020 summer camp season. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me at any time with any questions, concerns, even ideas you may have throughout the summer. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kamisha Butler, and I am the site coordinator for the virtual summer camp for 2020. I will be working alongside with Ms. House. So if you have, again, as she stated, if you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to contact either one of us when it concerns, with any concerns you may have. We look forward to servicing your students for the 2020 school year. I'm sorry, it's 2020 summer camp.
Hi, my name is Miss Katina. I am one of the rec aides at summer camp. I've been with summer camp for 10 years, going on 10 years now. And I'll be I'm like a PBL floater for the kids this summer.
Hi, if you can hear me, I don't know if you can hear me. My name is Shamika. I'll be servicing the 6 to 7 year olds this summer camp. Yeah, that's it.
Hi, good evening. I'm Coach Paul, and I'll be with the 8 and 9 year olds this summer.
Hello, good evening. I am Coach Johnson. I will be working with Group C. Looking forward to working with you guys. We're going to have a lot of fun this year. And I just can't wait to get working.
Hey, what's up? I'm Coach Joe. I'll be doing the PE for the summer virtual camp, and hopefully we have a good time.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Martrice Jackson. I am currently employed with Broward County Public Schools. This summer for 2020, I'll be working with the 10 to 11-year-olds, and I look forward to meeting all of your wonderful children. Hi, my name is Chantel, and I will be assisting Coach Joe with the PE and fitness and wellness portion of summer camp.
Okay, my name is Ms. House, and I will give you a quick and a brief overview of our summer camp. First, we will start with our camp hours. Our camp hours are from 10 till 3 p.m. Daily, Monday through Friday. You will log on at 10 a.m. and you will start your day with your counselor. Then we will move on to logging in and out. It is suggested that you log in and out daily, but in order to receive in-service points, you need to at least log in 3 times a week. Your counselors and I will be counting your points for you. We'll talk a little bit more about your incentives for you getting service points for logging in, as well as our attendance policy. We're looking forward for all of you joining in and participating in all of our daily activities from 10 till 3 p.m. Our virtual field trips are on Wednesday and Friday starting at 1 o'clock. So you will be logging into that to do your virtual field trips. We do have vendors that will be coming in and sharing activities with our campers. On Friday, July 3rd, we are closed to celebrate the July 4th holiday. I hope that everyone will remain safe until we see you again on that Monday. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lauren. I work at the pool, and I'm just going to talk briefly about water safely. So if you guys do have a pool at your homes, I encourage you to make sure that when your children are swimming, that someone is there to supervise them. Make sure that you have some type of noodles, ring buoys, some type of flotation device that you can reach out to them if they were to get in a little bit of trouble while they're in the pool throughout the summer. Myself and the rest of us lifeguards will be giving some water safety tips on what you guys can do at home to have fun and to keep out of this heat. And we hope that in the fall we can be back at the pool.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Melody Dominique. I am a program coordinator here with the City of Lauderdale Lakes, but for virtual camp, I and a team of people will be your tech support. So we're going to talk a little bit about virtual etiquette and cyber safety. If we go to the next slide, we'll go right into what we have for you today. So virtual etiquette, if you look here on the screen, it is a couple of rules that we have set for the kids in regards to what they should be doing and what they shouldn't. I know that you earlier, those of you that were on our recording session here, we talked about turning off or muting your microphone. So those are one of the things that we are going to be implementing and asking the kids to do. If they are not being asked to speak, then they will remain muted at all time. If they have questions or contributions, then they can type in the chat just like you're able to do now during orientation, and let the teacher know, or the teacher will call on them to allow them to speak or ask the question that they have. They should wait their turn or wait for the counselor to call upon them and unmute themselves so that they can speak. And the next thing is staying attentive. We know that our participants are home, so there can be a lot of distractions. And this is where we ask for the parents to come in. Give your child a schedule. If you're able to give them a schedule and let them know, okay, well, you're going to be in this room for this amount of time, or, for you to do virtual camp, that way they know or respect those guidelines and know exactly when they're in camp and when they're out of camp and what they're allowed to do, at home at the time that you've given them to do and what they're allowed to do during virtual camp. So we ask that the students stay attentive, but a way to help them stay attentive is if the parents give them set rules or talk to them about how to do that and stay in one spot so that everybody can see them and hear them clearly. The other tips that we have, the do's that we require or that we encourage is to wear appropriate clothing. Keep on your video. Keep the video on unless the teacher directs them to turn the video off. Pay attention and look onto the camera when talking, so they are not distracted by any way or looking away. And then our don'ts is to share your screen, not to share the screen unless you are provided permission. Now, the students won't be able to do that initially or randomly. The teacher or the organizer of the meeting, the virtual meeting, would be the only one that would be able to allow them to do that. They may have activities where they are required to share their screen, but that's only if they're given permission. The next thing is to talk when someone is talking. That we do not encourage that, even in regular school or summer camp if they were here with us physically. So we ask that they respect others when they are talking, just like others would give them respect when they are talking. And then also to chat in the background during the presentation. Now, there is the chat board, and a lot of times, people are able to chat with one another and ask questions or make suggestions or make comments. But a lot of times you might have some kids that might use it to communicate with others while the teacher or the counselor is doing something, and we would not want that to be the case. So we want them to be mindful, and we will be reminding them of that. And the last one is the use of emojis unless asked by the teacher. So we wouldn't want them to be using emojis during this time or using different pictures or images that will be a distraction to the live meetings that the teachers are having with their participants. So we'll go to the next slide, and we're going to talk about cyber safety. So I'm going to try to go through this a little quickly. We have 7 tips on cyber safety. We know that in this day and age, technology is it ties everyone to everyone. So we want to make sure that the kids remain safe. And if there's anything that looks like they're unfamiliar with it, we want them to know exactly what that is. And we want parents to be aware as well. So to increase awareness and help ensure younger children to know the basics, what we're going to do is we're going to use these techniques. We just talked about virtual etiquette, but we want to talk about protecting the child's identity. So when we're protecting the child's identity, we're reminding the children never to get out or give out personal information such as a name, their home address, or telephone number to anyone. Okay, our counselors, they're prompted, they know not to do that, and they are educators in our school systems, so they're safe people to be around. But we want to ensure that the child, even if it is their counselor or anybody, is not giving out information. Whatever information we received on that registration, we should have it here in our offices, so the children should not have to give any type of information to the counselors apart from what is placed on the platform that we'll be using. Also, to protect the computer, regularly updating security software. If your devices have certain softwares that may need updating, go ahead and do that before they start camp. Or if you don't have any software on your devices, try to see if you can purchase something or find something that will serve as a protection for your software. Now, if you are using a MacBook, usually they're not prone to a lot of different viruses. But if you are using a PC, you're going to need to have some type of malware or something on there to assist with protecting your computer and all your information on the computer. Okay, if we go on the next slide. Create unique passwords. So those of you that received an email from our recreation or staff assistant, she sent you out an email with information on creating your Google account. So when you create these Google accounts, if you have not yet already, that you make sure that the passwords that you're creating that goes along with your Gmail or your Google account are passwords that are unique to you and that are not easily that can't be easily encrypted or decrypted, right? decrypted, yes. So we want to make sure that, you know, there are passwords that you can remember, but are not easy to access. So make sure that your passwords are something that is unique to you, but is not too familiar where people can, you know, decipher what they are. Monitor online activity. So parents, we're going to need your help. Monitor their activity as your children are on the computer, whoever you have there, because some of you may be going to work, but you should have an adult home with them or wherever they're using their device to join in on our summer camp. So you would want them to constantly get monitored to see what they're doing. Children have the tendency of going on other things while they're, you know, supposed to be doing something else. So we want to ensure that they're remaining on the platforms that we are using to do our virtual summer camp, and that they are safe, that they're not going in sites or on sites that will cause viruses or different issues to your computers. So make sure that you're monitoring their every move as they are on there. Also, to prevent cyberbullying, very important. We know that unfortunately a lot of teens or kids of all ages, because they're all online now, they will utilize the tools that they have online to bully each other. So we want to make sure that we are paying attention to what they're doing and paying attention to their mannerisms. You might see your child happy today and they were online and they were fine, and then the next day it's like, I don't want to go to virtual camp, or I don't want to do this. Ask them, see what's going on, what has happened over time to do that. And it could be part of cyberbullying. So make sure that you are paying attention to that. And also the counselors would be doing that as well to see if there are any problems with them as they are chatting with one another. And then the last thing is to promote appropriate online interactions. Use some online games to help show kids how to make responsible decisions about online communication and learn about key issues of digital citizenship, which is a thing. It's not just personable or in public that we should be respectful to one another, but also online there is a language that, or there's a type of language that we should be using that is still respectful to one another, whether it is them speaking to their counselors or them speaking to their peers. So that's it for cyber safety. I believe it was 7 tips. And we are going to go into the next slide, which should, well, not the next slide, I'm sorry, but I'm going to share my screen. And what I want to do is kind of go into our platform with you all so you can see how your kids would be logging on Monday when camp starts. So give me a moment as I share my screen with you. And what we're going to do is we're going to head to Google. I already have my Google page open. So I'll go ahead and do that. While we're waiting, I know we have some parents logged on. If they want to go ahead and introduce themselves, I will let you all do that while Ms. Kamisha is assisting me with this portion. So I know I'll start off with saying your name, and then you'll let us know, you know, who you are, who your child is, or how many children you have signed up with us. So I'll start with Anna K. Campbell. Welcome.
Hi, my name is Anna Kay. I'm the parent of Brandon Wilson. Brandon is 10, going to middle school, hopefully.
That's awesome. Nice to meet you. And Brandon, if he's near you, tell him we said hello.
Okay, thanks.
The next person, let me see. So I'll open up my screen here. Kay Phillips, are you there?
Hi, my name is Carrie Phillips, and my daughter is Sienna. She is 7 years old, and we're looking forward to this.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. Jennifer Dixon Reed.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Dixon Reed. I have 2 children that are going to attend this summer. Anthony, he's 9 and he's going into the 4th grade. and Amor is 12, almost 13, going into the 8th grade.
Awesome. Thank you so much signing up both your kids. We appreciate you being here with us. Also, Huguette St. Eliba.
Hello, everyone. My name is Huguette St. Hubert, and I am the older sister of Deborah and Dave St. Hubert. They're 9 years old. They will be attending this summer.
Awesome. Thank you for joining us. I see a Sada, it starts with S. Satya, sorry.
Hi, good evening. I'm Satya Timmons, Deshaun Peterman's mom. He is 8 years old, almost 9, and he's going to the 4th grade.
Awesome. Thank you for joining us. And last but not least, Arlene McKenzie.
Hi, I'm Ariana McKenzie's grandma. She's 8 years old and will be going into 3rd grade.
Thank you for being here with us.
Thank you.
Okay, so we are going to go ahead and continue with this portion of showing you our platform. The platform that we'll be using for virtual camp will be Google Classroom. I'm not sure if any of our parents are familiar with Google Classroom, but we will show you or give you a very brief overview of what we will be doing. So what I'm going to ask Ms. Kamisha to do for me is if she can go ahead, and we're going to start from the Gmail account. So if you can do that, that would help. And usually, well, what we're going to be doing, if you have already created a Gmail account with your children or for your children, specifically for them for virtual camp, what you're going to do is you're going to click the Gmail. So if you come onto the Google page here, you'll click the Gmail. Sorry about that. You'll click on Gmail and it will load. And the reason why I'm having her go to her Gmail first is because this is where they're going to initially start. Once we receive your email address, we are going to assign your child to their group. They will either be in group A, B, C, or D. Once they are in that group, they will receive an invitation. It may be from me, Melody Dominique, or it may be from one of the counselors or the office staff that we have here. Now, they will get an email that's from Google Classroom, but it will also say that I invited them, or whoever invited them will see that name displayed. They can go ahead and join it. And it would be good if you all did this process with your children so that they're able to know exactly what it looks like or when they join in. Once you join in, you'll click join and it should say accept. But since Ms. Kamisha has already accepted, she can go straight to classroom through this way. She clicked on the cluster. I don't know if you all see the cluster up there. That is the app cluster. So if you are already logged in on Google, if you go on google.com, you'll see the app cluster. You could click on there and find the classroom icon, and you should be able to be led straight to the classrooms that you are assigned to. Okay. Now, for example, if your child is assigned to a class, or you go to Google Classroom and you don't see any of those tabs pop up, you can always call us or email us and we can provide a class code for them. That class code will also allow them to join in if they're not able to do it by way of their email. Everybody understand? If you do, just give me a thumbs up. We understand so far. Okay. So now, Miss Kamisha, there's the class. Well, the class code, the only people that are available to seeing it is the teachers, but she is currently in group B. So some of the things that they're going to be doing, you'll see on the first page here, you'll have a tab that says stream. So she'll put the cursor on stream. The stream portion is almost like if you're on Facebook, you have a Facebook wall. That wall is where you post all your comments, any questions you have, anything that you would like to relate to the teacher and the entire class as a whole. They can communicate with their class on the stream. Okay. So like I said, like I gave you the example of the Facebook wall, it's almost the same thing. In addition to that, they will see, Ms. Kamisha just circled the upcoming box. That upcoming box over there is where they would have all their assignments listed, or everything that they would need to do for the day would be highlighted there. The initial thing that they would do when they come on, they can check the stream, and then they'll go to do their daily attendance. So we're going to go to the classwork tab. And once you go on the classroom tab, you'll see the topic that says welcome virtual campers, but they will not initially go there first. They will go to daily attendance. They will click on Monday, June 29th. You could go ahead and click on it, Ms. Kamisha. And once they click on it, they would click the attachable link that's there, and it should take them to their attendance. Now, it will ask them the question, are you here today? And then they will click, yes, I'm here and I'm ready to have fun. So that's how they would go about doing that for attendance for the day. Now, if we go back to the classroom portion, they will be able to, they won't see all these dates all at once. As I told you, we are under the teacher's login. So you're seeing everything that the teacher is seeing. But originally, the only thing that they will see is the attendance that is there for that day and the past attendance questions that they have answered. Now, if you scroll down, the next topic would be their first week. And you'll see that everything listed for that first week is there with dates. Now, they will not pop up, just like the daily attendance, they will not pop up until their scheduled date. So whatever the teacher has scheduled for that day will pop up only on that day. And once they're done doing that, or once they fulfill that assignment or that task, they're able to see it, you know, for the remainder of the time they're on this platform. But anything that comes after that, or for future assignments or tasks, they won't come until their day that they're scheduled. Okay. All right, so that's that. Now, we also want to go into the part where you are live. So this area doesn't have it. So Ms. Kamisha, I'm going to ask you to go to Group A. So if you go to Group A and you go to classwork, you'll see where it says welcome virtual campers, and it says let's go live. If you click on the live button and you go down, you're going to see a prompting like the email that we sent to the parents. They would click the link. You could go ahead and click that link. And once they click the link, it will take them to GoToMeeting. Parents that are on GoToMeeting today, I know that you probably had to download the app, so you probably should already have that on your device, or you had to do it with your phone. So it would be the same thing. You follow the directions and it will take you directly to the meeting code or the meeting ID. So that the ID should already be in there and you should be ready to go. If they do not have that, the teacher or the host, that's what it's called, the person is called, they should be able to give the meeting ID to you if there's any technical difficulties. If everybody understands, you can put your thumb up. Let me know that. All right, perfect. Okay, so that is it for the GoToMeeting portion as well as the Google Classroom portion. Now, the support team, the tech support team is here for you if you have any questions, if you have any concerns. We will be sending out a list of contacts for different subjects that you may have questions for, and we will do that before we start camp next week. So that way you know who to specifically ask certain questions for. We're going to go back into the presentation, and I look forward to assisting you this summer and getting to know all of you. So thank you so very much.
Good evening, everyone. Again, my name is Ms. Butler, and I'm going to be informing you of our summer camp curriculum. Monday through Thursday will be planned for project-based learning is what PBL stands for. So Monday through Thursday, we will be doing enrichment as far as writing, reading, math, and project-based learning projects are concerned. So on Mondays, we'll do intro and writing. On Tuesdays, we'll do reading. On Wednesdays, we'll do math, and on Thursdays, with your children's kit, they will receive a PBL project that they will be working on Thursdays with their counselors. We will also be doing theme of the week activities. Every Monday starts the beginning of a new theme of the week. We have a total of 6. Week 1 is fun and space. Week 2 is let's play ball. Week 3 is Animal Planet. Week 4 is Get Crafty. Week 5 is Backyard Nature, and week 6 is Audio Summer. So every week on Monday, they'll be doing a different activity based on those theme of the weeks. We will also be doing PATHS, which is the social emotional component of our program, which will help our students learn how to express themselves emotionally and learn how to cope with their feelings. On Tuesday, we will be providing with an arts and crafts. Get something different based on the theme. Every Tuesday and Thursday, we will be doing a cultural event. Some cultural events will be provided by different vendors based on the CSC department. They will be doing virtual cultural events, and we're very excited about it because we have some new things in store this year. On Wednesdays, we will be doing music. On every other Friday, we will be doing STEM with an outside vendor that comes in, and they'll be doing STEM projects. We have an exciting new feature this year, which is PEX Games, which will be on Thursdays. On Fridays, we'll be doing virtual games, and on Wednesdays and Fridays, we will be doing virtual field trips. Some of them will be controlled by our counselors, and on Fridays, we will have outside vendors come in and do different events with our students as well. We look forward to making this an exciting year. We do want to make sure that we enrich their minds as well as stimulate their minds by having fun as well. So next, we will talk about our incentive component of summer camp this year. We really wanted to make it exciting. So every week, we will be choosing a student from each group based on their points received, as you see on the presentation. They will receive points for every participation component they participate in actively. They will receive points, and the student with the most points at the end of the week gets our incentive. So our incentives can be anything as far as gift cards, treats, prizes, things of that sort. So we really wanted to give the students something excited, something to get excited about. So the point system is to basically get them excited to log in every day and participate and kind of give them a little competition at the end of the day. So we're excited and we just can't wait to start our first day on Monday.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Glenda Brockington. I am the admin coordinator for the summer food program. Ms. Pope is your site supervisor. I want to welcome you guys. Unfortunately, we're not having good meals here, but we have set up this year our grab and go. So that means if you are in the area, it's hosted at Willie Webb, 3601 Northwest 21st Street, Lauderdale Lakes, Florida, 33311. We're providing breakfast and lunch. We give you 2 meals between the hours of 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., Monday through Friday. And yes, there is catered by one of our locals, Mr. Chef Pat. I know for a fact the meals have been great. Pancakes one morning this week. The other day they had turkey wrap. So it's a very delicious meal. I'm hoping that if you're able to come and pick up the meals, once again, it's hosted at Willie Webb Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and we provide breakfast and lunch. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for that, staff. That was a wonderful presentation. Parents, as you just heard, our staff just gave you a wonderful description of what this summer experience will be like for your child. I'm going to go over just a few important camp information items as well as go over some family involvement tips that I would like you all to know as parents. As you just listened to the staff, they went over a detailed description of the platform and the curriculum of how things will be operating this summer. To go along with that curriculum, We'll be providing each child with personal kits to follow along throughout the summer. Those kits will include everything you need to be fully involved in this virtual program. They'll include your project materials, your art. You all will receive the information on how to receive those kits via the PHS email that you all have been communicating with as of late. Speaking of that email, as you all see, this is a very new experience for us all going virtual completely. As you see, there's a good chance that we will have a hiccup or two as it gets technical and through the technology. Um, Through that, we ask that if you have any problems, if you notice that you're disconnected, something isn't going right, and it seems to be from our end, feel free to email us immediately, call the number, and you will receive immediate assistance. Miss Melody spoke to you all about them being our tech support team. She's waving right now. They will be available to help you all out immediately. So as soon as you notice that your child may be having an issue with connection, they're not receiving, they're not seeing the screen, they're not getting the items that they need to get, their links aren't working, anything of that nature, don't hesitate to call in or use the email, the same PHS customer at Lauderdale Lakes email address. That's the email that you all have been communicating with back and forth. That's the email that you all received this link to this meeting for. So always revert back to that email address. Um, as far as etiquette, I know that Miss Melody spoke a little bit about that earlier. That kind of goes into my spiel about the family involvement. As we know, this isn't a traditional summer camp; it's very new. So we just ask that you assist your kids in being, prepared to participate in virtual camp. They may consist of things like assuring that their device is charged the night before, so that the next day they're fully charged and ready to go without any hiccups. Um, that may consist of you setting aside a certain space in your home so that you know they have proper desk space, proper space to do a project, proper space to maneuver through their craft, as well as when we get into the PE version that Coach Joe and Miss Chantel spoke about. We want to make sure that they have enough space where they are to participate in an active lesson, to be able to move around a little bit and use the tools that we'll be giving them within those kits. So things like that will go a long way as far as the family involvement and the assistance of the parents and making sure our kids are prepared and ready to do what they have to do as far as virtual camp. Ms. Butler went into the curriculum and kind of told you all what we have planned for the summer. As you'll see, we have a very, very, very healthy mix of educational items as well as recreational items. We know it's summertime. We know it's lax, it's break time. We just got out of school, but at the same time, it's our responsibility to kind of close the learning gap that we have from the closing of school to the beginning of next year. So through that, we'll make sure in our best way, through the most fun and exciting ways we can, that we'll cover both our educational components and our recreational components. That's pretty much it that I want to let you all know right now. Like I said, throughout this whole time, as camp is going on, you have full access to the email, to the phone numbers. Call us for any questions. No question is a bad question, so we will answer all questions for you. And that moves right along into our next session, which is we're going to open up the floor for questions and answers for the parents. Melody,
Sorry, do I use the chat for questions or just the mic?
I mean, it's open. If you'd like to use your mic, you could go ahead and ask your question now.
Okay, thank you. Are they gonna be separated into groups by their grades or just by their age?
By their age.
Okay, so Deborah and Dave are the same age. They're gonna be in the same group. So would you recommend that they use the same device or different devices?
We recommend different devices.
Okay, thank you.
Do you guys know if their Broward County, if they'll have access through their Broward County computers that they got from school?
They can use any computer when it comes to Google. It'll work the same way.
Okay.
I wanted to elaborate on the device use. So if, let's say you have an iPad and a computer, like a laptop or a desktop, you're able to use all devices from a desktop, laptop, a smartphone, and a tablet. Uh, all of the all of the platforms that we'll be using should be device friendly across the board. So you shouldn't have a problem with all of them. I know with the tablet or the iPad or the smartphone, you would have to download the app for the GoToMeeting. It's going to prompt you to download the app no matter what device you're on. So make sure you look out for that. But you should be able to use it on any device, any of the platforms that we have used. We did it that way so that if you do only have like a smartphone and a laptop, you can still do that with them. Okay.
I kind of wanted to elaborate on the Broward Schools computers. They would normally log in how they would normally log in using their 06 number and their password. They would just go to Google Classroom through a web browser. That would be the best way to do it.
In addition to the web browser, if you can get the Google Chrome, it would be best. I know that when I've tried to use Safari for Google Classroom, there are certain features that do not pop up the same. So make sure you're using the Google Chrome browser to use the platform so you get a better use out of it. We've probably been as thorough as we can so far to ensure that the parents get the information that they need. Just to remind you, if you need any tech support for anything that is happening on our end, and what we mean by on our end, for me to be specific, we're not talking about if you have a Wi-Fi connection problem. That would be your provider, okay? As well as if you have an issue with your device, that would also be getting that device checked or trying to see if you have to troubleshoot anything concerning your device. But when it comes to the platform, if it's not something that is crucial or detailed on Google Classroom or Google's platform, or also GoToMeeting platform, we should be able to assist you. If you have questions on how to log into something or how to get to a certain assignment, we can probably assist you as well. Your counselors should also be there to help you if your child cannot receive or retrieve certain assignments or tasks that they have placed in the individual classrooms. So make sure you go through them, and if you can't get anything, I'm sure that they will refer you to a staff member in the office or tech support. So make sure you contact us. Feel free to contact us. We will not be bothered if you keep on calling us because you need help. We are here to help you. So you can go ahead and call us or email us at the PHS customer email that you have that you received this link from for the GoToMeeting, and we should be able to get back to you as soon as possible. But without further ado, if no one has any questions or concerns or suggestions, we're going to pass it to Vince to close out for us, and then we will be back on Monday to start our summer.
Thank you, Melody. Again, parents, thank you all for attending this orientation. We hope we were informative. We hope we were detailed. We hope that we answered any questions you all may have. Like Melody said, we can't reiterate it enough. Feel free to contact us. Shall you have any more questions that need answers? We appreciate you adapting to our new type of program. We appreciate you for trusting us with your children this summer, and we look forward to starting on Monday. And we will see you all on the 29th. Have a great evening.